SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information. Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing one more college bowl right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, who's covered a bunch of bowls with us this year and a bunch of college and NFL games, giving us great advice, and has a great record in the NFL videos with us, 25-13 against the spread. And right now he's going to cover the Russell Athletic Bowl, Miami, Florida, and Louisville. Joe, thanks for being back with us one more time.
Oh, thank you, Peter, for having me.
All right, quickly give a plug for OffshoreInsiders.com. Tell everyone how much success you've had this year and over your career, 26 years.
Yeah, no, we've been talking a lot about this year, but over 26 years, going back to the score phone days, the bowls have been tremendous for us. I would say probably about 22 of them have been winning bowls and usually hitting anywhere from 55 up to the upper 60 percentile. And now our plays are at OffshoreInsiders.com, Joe Duffy's picks.
Okay, sounds great. Russell Athletic Bowl in Orlando, Florida, and this is Miami, Florida, and Louisville. And Louisville's a 3 or 3.5 point favorite. Those are both widely available. The total's 56.5 or 57. And, you know, to my eye, look, Teddy Bridgewater is great, but the teams look pretty evenly matched here. I'm not exactly sure why Miami, Florida should be getting a field goal, especially on a field goal and a hook. So my first thoughts on this game are Miami, Florida plus 3.5 is maybe the side with at least a teeny bit of value. What do you think, Joe?
Well, Miami, Florida really hasn't been the same team without Duke Johnson, the running back. They're 2-2 straight up and 1-3 against the spread since he was hurt. And probably Miami, Florida, at the beginning of the year, they were playing a little bit above their heads, and then they finally started to regress to the mean at the end. But then again, as we always say, Miami of Florida, the way their season went, they're the type of team that would benefit the most from a little bit of rest. They do have a regional advantage. Obviously, it's being played in the Citrus Bowl. Miami only traveling 204 miles, which is much less than Louisville, 717 miles. Of course, Louisville also has a key running back out, Michael Dyer, who was the Auburn transfer. But at the end of the day, my pick for this video is going to be the over. Louisville, their strength of their team is their passing game. They're going against Miami's weakness. Miami has not been very good at stopping the passing game. Louisville's been tremendous, one of the better teams in the country. On third down, Miami hasn't been able to stop it. But Miami has done a decent enough job as far as points per game since losing Johnson. They've just been throwing the ball a lot more, so they're playing a faster pace than they were when they had a little bit better of a running game. So I do think there's going to be a lot of passing in this game. In Louisville, they're very physical with their wide receivers, so the best play here is on the over.
Yeah, I'll tell you what makes me nervous. So first of all, the total's a little bit on the high side. 56.5 or 57 are both widely available. And yes, at the end of the year and, you know, throughout most of the season, Miami was easily playing high-scoring games. But Louisville, it's a little bit deceptive because despite the fact that, you know, Teddy Bridgewater was such a high-profile player, their coach is actually very defense-oriented. And whenever they would have, like, you know, a mediocre defensive game, they would always come back with a big defensive effort the next game. And a lot of their games, if you look at them, were actually a little bit lower scoring than people were expecting in light of, you know, Bridgewater and the weapons on offense. And a lot of their games did start going under at the end of the year.
You know, Charlie Strong is definitely one of the best coaches in the country. He should be coaching University of Florida right now, but that's another story altogether. But now another thing that we have found, especially in quote-unquote minor bowl games, that coaches really like to showcase their star players, especially Teddy Bridgewater, want them to put on a little bit of a show for the NFL scouts. So now I just think the way the mismatches are, that Louisville, they would be nuts. And as we said, Charlie Strong, a heck of a coach, they would be nuts not to keep passing until Louisville can actually, or until Miami, I should say, should be able to stop them. But like I said, Miami, they've adjusted and they've kind of opened it up a little bit. Yeah, no, Louisville is certainly a quality defensive team, but I just think that this is going to be a pretty fast-paced game.
56.5 is a widely available number, so that's what we can give you. Joe Duffy recommending the over on 56.5 in Miami, Louisville. Thanks so much, Joe, once again.